Good afternoon, people. What's up with everybody? IOBA, my name is TC. So, I wasn't going to really speak on this subject much anymore. At least, I was going to try to stay away from this subject because I thought that I had said all I needed to say on it. But I guess the struggle continues, so I guess I have to continue to struggle. And the thing I'm talking about is Pan-Africanism, xenophobia, the relationship between the people on the continent, those that immigrate here to the U.S., the Black Americans that already live in the U.S., and the Black Americans from the rest of the diaspora. So, like I said before, I've been around a long time, and I've seen a lot of back and forth between, Black Americans and the diaspora. And I've taken my stance on it. I feel like we are the same people, but we in separate places. Therefore, our experiences will be different. Therefore, we have to take a different approach to our liberation. The people that, to me, that live in the United States, we have a unique history. And we have a history that's been so suppressed until a lot of people from other parts of the world don't know much about it when they get here. Now, there are people in other parts of the world who make an effort to find out what really happened and happens, plural, to Black Americans and how we have to live in this country, how the things that we have to do and the compromises that we have to make and the struggles that we have to deal with and the fight that we have to fight. A lot of people from around the world do know, but then there are a lot of people that don't. A lot of Black people from other parts of the world come here and say stuff like, y'all ain't got really nothing to complain about. Y'all got this, y'all got that, until they actually get over here for a couple of years and try to live within that system. And then they have this, a lot of Black people from other parts of the world have this semi-ignorance, or I'm going to put it this way, they are unaware of the scope of the racism and how deeply ingrained it is in the American fabric. They really don't understand how deeply it runs and how it affects everything that we do, they do in this country. A lot of Black people from other parts of the world, when you tell them that a man like Donald Trump could not exist if he was Black, a man like Donald Trump could not exist, there is no Black equivalent to Donald Trump in the United States. They don't seem to understand that. Hell, a lot of our Black conservatives don't even understand that, but I digress from that point. But a lot of people from other parts of the world don't understand how hard white people work at keeping us under their boot. I mean, really, they don't understand the mentality of some of the people that live here. I know because I've lived right in the belly of the beast. And when you try to tell them, Black people from other parts of the world, exactly what we up against in this country, they think we're making it all up until it happens to them. And then they want to come back to us for help. So that's how we think about Black people from other parts of the world sometimes. And I'm saying sometimes, and I'm saying often, I'm saying some people because, you have to qualify every statement. You don't want to generalize too much, but by and large, that's the prevailing wisdom. And a lot of times that the people from other parts of the world come over here, a lot of times they're well off in their own country, meaning they have money in their own country. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to get over here. Or they got somebody over here who had a sponsor or some connection. And then once they go, they're getting vetted for the visa process, they get asked certain questions. And then there's the notion about black people not wanting anything to do with black Americans because of what they've been told before they left their country. All of these dynamics play a part in the attitudes that black people from other places have when they get here. And then when you go there, they treat you like you're a white person with brown skin. This is what I've been told. I've been told that when you go to Africa, to Ghana or to Nigeria or to Tanzania or somewhere, you get treated like you're a white man as soon as they find out you're an American. By that I mean you get charged higher prices, you get called all these weird names. People are always looking to scam you. Oh, it's all about trying to dig out your pockets. That kind of shit. But I tell you what, when black Americans, the ones like me who think like me, here's what I think when I see. I think when I see somebody from, especially Nigeria, because I can't know he's from Nigeria unless he say his name, speaks to me or tells me himself that's where he's from. But they have this I'm better than you attitude simply because I come from Africa. And the pushback is, if you're so much better than me, then go use that better than me attitude and bring your village into the 21st century. I'm always thinking that they think they're better than me, which is what I'm saying. I don't know whether they feel that way or not, but I do think that they believe all of the shit that white people tell them about black Americans. Hell, a lot of black Americans believe that the shit that white people tell them about themselves. That's what I think. They believe a lot of that bullshit. They believe a lot of the talking points that white people bring up. Not knowing that the white people feel even less or worse when it comes to them because they are from Africa or the Caribbean or South America or somewhere. All we trying to tell them is them white people don't love y'all no more than they do us. And y'all need to understand that, because they don't. And on a worldwide level, everybody in Africa trying to take from it. Everybody that comes into Africa is looking to take from it. And not put nothing back. If y'all not getting more from the Chinese than what they're giving you, then you're selling yourself short by definition. If y'all not getting more from the Chinese than what they're giving you, then you're selling your minerals and your resources at a loss, are you not? I mean, every country that does that, you're selling yourself short. You know? What did John Henry Clark say? He said Africa is the world's richest, culturally rich, mineral rich continent on the face of the earth. Africa always had things that people wanted, felt they couldn't do without, and didn't want to pay for. So they always came up with a reason to invade Africa. Now, you got Europeans running around talking about the recolonization of Africa. You got people talking about Europe and the United States should build up its militaries to go back in and recapture Africa. Now, I don't know how them young African generals and presidents think about that, but I hope they're paying attention to little shit like that and don't think it's just people running their mouth on the internet. Because this is another thing that black Americans know. You can never underestimate their greed and their treachery and how low they will sink to get what they want. You can't never underestimate how low they'll sink to get what they want. And It's been proven time and time again. Hell, it's going on right now, isn't it? Genocide people, they don't care. You just useless eaters to them. You see. So when you come over here, you should listen to the locals, to the local black people. Beware of, you can't trust them to be nothing but what they are. Anything beyond that, and you doing yourself a disservice. And that's what black people from the other parts of the world don't seem to understand. And we can tell them, we tell them all the time. And it's proven to them all the time. But you think that they would get it? They don't get it. They come over here and they want to side with the white folks and tell us we are the problem. But all you got to do, listen, all you got to do is look at the numbers. I mean, really look objectively at the numbers. People can say what they're going to say, but the math don't lie. Right? It's probably 30. No, I'm gonna go higher. It's probably 40 to 45 million black people in this country. And of that 45 million black people, 40 million of us are descended from slavery. Our unemployment rate is, I told my wife the other day it was around 4%. But she said, no, it can't be that low. It can't be that low. I said, okay, say it's 10%. That means that for every 100 black people, 90 of us are working. Right? If our unemployment rate is 4%, that means for every 100 black people, 96 of us have a job working. Now, being the United States being what it is, it's a nation full of working poor people. You got that dynamic as well. But that ain't what I'm talking about right now. What I'm talking about is how lazy everybody think we are. Without taking into account just how much discrimination goes on and how many laws get passed. I mean, they actually pass laws to keep people from having to hire black people. And we work harder, stay later, grind more consistently than anybody else. Or we work just as hard as anybody else. Now, God damn it, I watch people. I don't see no one busting their ass no harder than anybody else. But everybody want to call the other group lazy, with most of them trying to call us lazy. What the fuck do you mean lazy? You dig me? I made a video about a year ago that said that the next time I hear a motherfucker say that, I'm going to personally find him or her and, figuratively speaking, slap their teeth down their motherfucking throat. Because that's a big, protracted lie that everybody likes to repeat. Black people are lazy. Get the fuck out of here. The people that run from their situation instead of turning all of their energy inward, those are the lazy ones. We built towns. We built whole neighborhoods and societies in this country on our own without any help, only to have them burned down by white mobs and paved over or buried and have lakes built on top of it, pushed down and have a park built over it, paved over for fucking parking lots. Y'all have no idea how different this country would look if black people was left the fuck alone, or treated as full citizens at least. No idea whatsoever. The closest anybody could come to that was the 10 years after slavery during Reconstruction. 10 short years. I got fucking shirts that are 10 years old. What the hell? Most of it has been somebody's boot on your neck. But you can't tell people from other parts of the world that shit. They just think that they can come over here and do what we didn't do. You get rich motherfucking Indians like Vivek Ramaswamy coming over here trying to preach at us about how hard him and his rich parents had it. Get the fuck out of here. You got rich Nigerians coming over here talking that same dumb shit. Get the fuck out of here. It's what? 280 million Nigerians. Your monkey ass get over here. You and a handful of your friends. What y'all think y'all representative of the whole of Nigeria? Or the whole of Ghana, or the whole of Uganda, or the whole of wherever you came from in Africa? You're not. You the 1% of the 1% from where you came from. That's how you got here. All I'm saying is, all around the world, black people, we all getting stepped on. All we got to do, we could fight. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. We can fight our fight at home and abroad. We can fight our fight at home and abroad. We can be united abroad. We don't have to be at each other's throats. We can respectfully disagree in private when there ain't no white boys in the room. I mean, I'm talking about the chocolate-covered white boys, too. You know? Because we got some of them motherfuckers over here. We definitely do. But while we fighting the fight on within the diaspora, we have to be taking care of our own personal situation, too. Like, for example, reparations. People always talk about, ain't gonna get no reparations, blah, 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 blah. No, everybody should be on the same accord with that reparations thing. Started by the black Americans back in whatever the hell. I've been hearing about reparations since I was about 12 years old. So reparations. Because once we get our reparations, everybody gets their reparations. You dig me? You don't need to get in no white person's face and say nothing about black people not getting caked off for the money that we owed. Because if they pay us, they got to pay y'all too. You see? And now, while at the same time we all on that same accord, we got to fight within our respective political systems to gain power so that we as people, as black people around the world, can get treated with some goddamn respect. It's just as simple as that. Anyway, that's my take on what direction the diaspora should be going in. You know? And if it take black Americans to lead it, so be it. If not, somebody else. But we just happen to be gifted with the most tools as far as finances and stuff goes and technology goes. Because everybody got the same thinking capacity. That ain't it. It's what you got to work with. And then stay off each other's neck, and all of the infighting and all of the diaspora wars, all that shit need to chill out. Because we do have a common enemy. So y'all take that with you. Y'all walk with that. I'm going to go ahead on and close out. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the way out. I'm trying to get up to my first 1,000 subscribers because I believe I'm dropping good knowledge. And I do believe that I can help some people. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit like button. And I will check y'all on the next one. TC, and I'm out. Peace.